You know what I told you? You do, because I told you. Every time it does this. Hello. What are you doing? We're going to post 2 videos a week, and then I did that for 1 week, and it fell apart. I'm sorry, okay? That's my fault. We start new jobs. We got some new opportunities coming up, and I just got busy, and I'm sorry. It's my fault. That was 4 weeks ago, so I owe you 8 videos. Oh, I don't know how I'm going to do this. But we're going to try. We're going to pick up where we left off. Why archery? Why do I hunt archery for whitetail? Number 2 and number 3, head start and meat damage. The only way you're going to get a head start on all those other folks from around Texas traveling to your county to hunt your deer is if you get in before they get in. You got to do that right here, head start. And if you use this, you're going to have a different type of trauma, less trauma, more hamburger meat. Okay? Let's get into it. Hey, the first day of September is a Texas New Year. Your hunting season starts. The fishing season starts. The hunting license here in Texas starts the 2025 hunting season to the final last day of August. You see that right there? So the first day of September is when your hunting license, the hunting year starts that first day of September. That is the Texas New Year in the Cinco Outdoors dictionary. Our year starts right here, the first day of September. September's the best month. September's the birthday. There's a lot of birthdays in September. And fall is here. September starts fall. Fall is my favorite. There's the cold weather's coming in. If you like if you like the football, fall starts the football. There's a lot of good things about September. September is when the nation of Israel has their new year. Okay, a time of reflection, a time of gratefulness from the previous year. Why my phone quacking at me? A time of gratefulness from the previous year, a time to meditate upon the next year. A lot of great things happen in September. The Texas New Year starts here. Your archery only season. You get about 5 weeks of archery only season. You can only hunt using archery equipment here in October. Right there. The spot right here. It's usually like the last weekend of September, but all of October, all of it is archery only season. You get a head start before all those folks from all over Texas come to your neck of the woods to hunt those deer, your deer, that you've been feeding all year. You've been watching them all year before all these people from all over the country come to your part of the country to hunt those deer you've been watching all year. You better get in line first. Get your deer before they show up. Go hunt with the archery so that you got 5 weeks head start before most of them even show up. Right here. Rifle general season, going to be the first Saturday of November. Texas has been doing this for like this past 6,000 years, okay? The first Saturday of November. That is a huge weekend. That is an economic incentive to all these little towns. So much money comes in on that weekend. That is a I want to say call it a holiday. It's more than a holiday. It is a cultural weekend built into your culture that thousands, tens of thousands, millions of dollars get poured into these little communities, rural communities. This is a big deal. That's a big weekend, the first Saturday of November. Then you got November and December and a little bit of January at the end. That's your rifle general season. But you want to hunt those big bucks before anybody else shows up. You have to use this. You have to use the archery to do that. That's the Headstart advantage. That's what I'm going to do this next year. And we're spending all year preparing for this spot. Not that spot. We're preparing for this spot. You got it? Okay. Meat damage. This right here, this is flying at 1/10 of the speed as this right here. That's what's left over. Your broadheads of an arrow are flying about 300 feet per second when they leave your bow, your compound bow. They may be flying less than that when they get there. This thing's flying at 2,500 feet a second, 3,000 feet a second. If you're shooting a Magnum, by the time it gets to that deer, they're going to have very different consequences and effects on the meat of the game, the wild game that you're bringing home. Let's get some footage right now. We've got a axis deer in the cooler right now. We're going to go get some footage of that to kind of give you a perspective of what we're talking about. This is a axis buck. He probably weighed close to 250 pounds before we field dressed him. Customer of ours, he dropped off this axis buck. He's been in here 10 days, so we're going to start processing him out. The customer made an outstanding shot. He got him on the left side, and he's coming in on the right side. Okay, outstanding shot with a 24 caliber bullet, flying pretty fast. Okay, shoot him right down here. Try to shoot him right behind all the meat. Now I'm going to bring you in here close so you can see some things. There's some blood right there. There's some trauma. There's some meat damage and meat trauma. You're going to have that. If you're shooting with a bullet, it's going to go someplace. You're going to get a lot of your hamburger meat on these front shoulders. If you go through that meat and that muscle on the front shoulder, because that's where that heart's located. If you shoot them up here, they're going to run probably a long ways, couple hundred, 200, 300, 400 yards. They may get away. We don't know. We like to hit them right about right there. But if you do that, there's a good chance you're going to spoil lots of good hamburger meat. Okay, there's a picture from the other side. That's where he got him. I am going to get you some pictures when we start processing out his front quarters. We'll include some pictures in here for you, because there's a lot of things that you're not going to be able to see right here until you open up the front quarter. In between where the meat and that rib cage is, there's going to be this slimy, bubbly layer, and a lot of blood and trauma pull up in that spot. So you're not able to see this until we start cutting it up. Okay, so when we get to that point, I'm gonna cut the video right now and jump forward to the point right now where we cut open the front quarter and we see what's on the inside. Okay. There's the entry side. Right there. See, this is kind of nasty, huh? Alright. Little bitty bullet too. 24 caliber bullet on a big size animal like this. And it was a good shot. Did not enter through the meat, but still you're going to have meat trauma damage like this.
You see all that? See that? Oh man.
You just be mindful. It's a windy day today. Super windy. This is what happens on the inside when you shoot that animal. Did you see how bloody and kind of nasty that was? Which was a mild example. If you make a gut shot, or if you make a shot right on that shoulder, it gets a lot worse than that. And a lot of those guts and nasty stuff, they'll blow up inside of that armpit cavity, and it can be septic and toxic real fast. I don't like any of that. So, just something for you to consider. Consider using a bow and arrow. You get in early. You got a 5-week head start. You get to hunt before the rut season starts changing things up. And you got minimal meat damage. It's a pretty good deal. You see this place right here? This place right here? They're all kinds of places all over this map. All over this map that you can go archery whitetail hunting. That you cannot go with a rifle. Those are some things to consider. Thanks for watching. We appreciate your time. Check out our other videos too. We're going to try to get back on schedule. 2 videos a week. I'm going to try. Hey, the next video we got coming up is the lunar eclipse. Make sure you check out that one too. Thanks. It's what do you say? It's out of this world.